What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Candid Convos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. We got Vince on deck. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Hello, hello. Am I on here twice?
No, you on one time. You good, man.
Okay.
I said shout out once again, everybody joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys holding us down. Hey, do me a favor, just out the gate, if y'all can hit the like button for us. Hit the like button. Likes are free. Hit the like button for us. Also, share and subscribe. Share, subscribe, share and subscribe. I'm gonna mute you for a quick minute, Vince, and I'll bring you back. Share and subscribe if you will. Shout out to YouTube and Facebook in the building. Like I said, as always, we appreciate you guys holding us down every Wednesday night. All right, so let me do this real fast, and since it is on the top of my head right now. All right, so here's the link to join us on the panel. You can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge. If you're coming in through an Apple device, you have to leverage Safari to join us. Like I said, at the end of the day, you do have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to keep it on for a better show, better engagement. Like I said, also help you, save you a little typing when you drop in your comments. Speaking of that, we also have this link in all of the chat feeds, so you can catch it at the Candid Combos page on YouTube or Facebook, or you can drop a comment. We'll get it to you that way, or you can shoot me a message at Quay Price on Facebook, and I'll send it to you directly. For the meantime, we'll lead us up here for a little bit as we get into the conversation. Once again, everybody watching right now, do me a favor and hit that like button for us. Hit that like button. All right, so let me check some comments, see if we got anybody checking in so far. See who we got. Kenyatta Myrick's in the building. She said, happy Wednesday. What's going on, sis? Appreciate you joining us tonight. Happy Wednesday to you. Donovan in the building. He said, what up, though? What up, though? My guy Donovan in the building is holding us down as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay. We got the link flowing. We got everything flowing. Okay. Well, I don't know. We're going to get on into this one. We ain't going to be on here all night. It's going to be an interesting night. So let me drop this title. We're going to get right on into this conversation. So I'm going to drop this link for a minute. That's it. Anybody who needs the link, just let me know. We'll get it to you. All right. So topic for tonight. Are modern women doing this to troll men? Run that back. Topic for tonight. Are modern women doing this to troll men? Okay. So like I said, once again, as you guys know, folks send me a lot of videos, and I got bombarded. It was about 5. I got bombarded. But there's a common theme with all of these videos. Yeah, and I need to know, are folks, are they standing on business or are they trolling? So, man, I'm going to run these off. Like I said, we're going to touch these and we're going to get on to these. But like I said, we ain't going to be on here all night. We're going to get right on into it. Let's see. Shout out to Blue Exodus in the building. What's going on with you, brother? Appreciate you holding us down tonight. All right. So let me get back. All right. So we're going to get on into this. All right, let's get it.
Yeah, story time. So y'all, please tell me if I'm wrong. So today this dude wrote me on Instagram and he was like, can I send you money? Let me send you money for lunch. So I was like, okay. I wrote him back and I was like, send it. So he wrote me and was like, okay, what's your cash app? So I sent him the cash app. Yeah, I just knew I was gonna open my cash app and I was gonna have at least probably about $100. You get what I'm saying? Because like this, I eat and that's how much I spend on my food. Yeah, I opened my cash app and this man sent me $30. Yeah, yes, $30. And I'm just like, at first I'm like, damn, like, am I ungrateful? Like, am I fucked up? Like, feeling like why the fuck you send me $30? But then I had to ask people and they was like, nah, because I'm like, $30 is not even half a tank in my car. Like, what the fuck you thought I was going to go to Chick-fil-A? Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what did you think I was going to eat? It's like, when I go and eat, I eat full course meals. Like I order a appetizer, a entree.
Man, video number one. modern women doing this to troll men. Okay. Let me check my comments, man, before I say anything. Let me check my comments. Let's see. Blue X is in the building. He said, I won't flood the chat this time. It's all good, man. Do what you do. Do what you do, man. Shout out to Reed in the building. Crystal Reed. She said, Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Crystal. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Let's see. Donovan said, gas tank versus lunch. WTF. Yeah, this is interesting, man. This is interesting, man. So yeah, the young lady in the video, she said, a fella reached out to her, said he's gonna send her some lunch money. Sent her $30, and I guess that wasn't cutting it for lunch. So I'm trying to understand what are we looking at right now. So I don't know. Everybody said, folks, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I got a couple more I got to touch, but yeah, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. So let me go to the panel. Chloe Vince. What was that? I mean, is she? I don't know. What y'all think? Let me just hold tight. Go ahead.
Imagine being a grown person. Imagine being a whole adult that gets sent a random, $30 cash app to go and get some lunch, and you complain about it. Like only this can happen to women. Only this happens. This is definitely a woman problem because, correct me if I'm wrong, man, but how many women just randomly pop up and send y'all some money for lunch?
Right.
Or randomly send y'all some gas money. Or just, you know what I'm saying? Or just randomly even just bring you some food that she cooked herself. This is a female problem. And imagine complaining about it. It's like a rich person saying I'm broke.
Right.
Like it just doesn't make sense. Like, is this what we're doing now? Like that's my brother Vince say it all the time. That's $30 more than you had before. Like I'm so confused. Who sits down to have 4 courses? Because she goes on time, she has 4 courses. Who sits down and have 4 courses for lunch? No, ma'am. Saying her budget for lunch is $100. No, ma'am. You do not spend $100. One thing I know, okay? One thing is for certain, and 2 things is for sure. We might have some money, but women do not like spending their money. We do not like spending our money. So it's a major cap that she's talking about. She's going to lunch and spending $100 on her lunch. She is not. I can guarantee you she is not. So I just think it's crazy that we even have conversations like this in 2024. Look, I will take all the random cash apps you want to see, okay, and be very grateful. I don't know what's wrong. Look, I don't know what to say, ladies. Like y'all talking about men don't provide, but then when men provide, you complaining about the way they provide. That's why y'all ain't getting nothing but coffee dates.
Bruh.
Okay. There it is. Let me go to my guy Vince. Vince, what you see, man?
How old is this young lady you think she is? How old you think she is? She's generation what?
Oh man, I don't know them genes. I'm just gonna say her 20s.
She's in her 20s. I believe her. And I'll say that because I have a friend of mine whose daughter is probably around her age 22, 23. And she said that she be having these young boys buying her Gucci purses and taking her to Eddie B's. And she's cute. She's a very attractive young lady. And she's attractive. So I think this is the problem with our young women. They're not intentional. They're entitled. And with this Instagram generation, all she got to do is go online, jump up and down a couple times, and you have all type of simps in her inbox because she young and she cute. But then that young and cute don't last very long. And then they get to 35 with a couple kids, and now she wondering why men are not being men. So I think that this is the problem with our younger generation. They think they're gonna have this hot girl summer a long time, and they don't, and they're not intentional. So I think she being honest, because you got to realize these young girls is getting on Instagram, and she's an attractive young lady. She probably got a cute little figure, and so she's like, "Ooh, I want some lunch." So it's all type of sips in there, girl. Let me take you, let me buy you, let me do that. And it'll be somebody in there that'll send her a couple $100, and she'll start getting on that Ferris wheel that I talk about.
That's wild. That's wild. Now, you probably spot on, man. You probably spot on. It probably is some fella. Clearly, there is. Yeah, man, this is wild to me. And like I said, I got a few videos tonight, but this is just wild to me. That's why I had to say to myself, is this trolling or is this for real? Yeah, if we got somebody, because I said, ladies talk about the fact that it's hard to find a good man out here. That's what I continue to hear. So if we got a man that's willing to send you some lunch money, especially $30, right? Because at the end of the day, let's just keep it a buck. Most corporate folks, or most folks that are in corporate America, $30 is more than enough to go get lunch. And I'm just trying to figure out, where have we went wrong in this current day? Like, whatever happened to that old saying, it's the thought that counts. Like what happened to that? Yep, to Chloe's point, you know what I'm saying? We want to get out here and complain about dudes not providing or not providing, but then you got somebody providing and you want to complain about how much they provide. Like, make it make sense. Is it ever going to be enough? Are you ever going to be happy? I mean, you can go buy your own lunch, but somebody decide to drop the little hot 30 on you real quick and you tripping. And I'm like, I don't know where that mentality is really coming from. And I know you made a good point about the, some of these simps out here, Vince. But I mean, this is like extreme entitlement, man. And I'm like, even as a man, you know what I'm saying, if somebody shot you the random message, you know what I'm saying, like Vince or Quay, I see you doing your thing. I see you working hard. Let me shoot you a little lunch or something. Or for a guy, let me get your hair cut for you real quick. Like, I'm not about to be complaining. Like, I don't understand where this mentality comes from. But I see it more and more. And like I said, I just had to put some of this stuff up tonight because, like I said, it's getting crazy. Yeah, but listen, we're in a time where we're talking about the fact that it's hard to get us together in relationships. It's hard to find good men, hard to find good women. But then we live literally playing with people who, quote unquote, are trying to be good. Like, we're literally playing with them. You're telling them that the money that was not originally designated for you, but now has been gifted to you, is not enough. Yeah, I eat full course meals for lunch. And I don't know where this stuff come from. I don't know who eating Eddie V's on lunch unless it's a corporate meeting and corporate is paying for it. Like, I don't know who running the Eddie V's during lunch. I don't know. I don't see a line at Eddie V's. I might see it at Chipotle somewhere, but I don't see it at Eddie V's. So I'm like, what type of lunch? Man, let me be quiet, man. Let me get some of these comments, man. CC Powers in the building. What's going on with CC? She said her demeanor is not worth $30. She sound goofy.
I mean, when you can't complete, like, you can't pronounce all the syllables of the word, but you got the nerve to be asking somebody to send you $100 cash app. Man.
Yes, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. I feel that. Let me get a couple of these comments. Let's see, Sean Whitaker. What's going on, Sean Whitaker? He said, I think it's a spoiled and entitlement mindset. It's older women who think that way too. Sean, let me ask you this, man. So you bring up a good point. So you said we got older women that's out here thinking that same way. Why do you think that's happening? Why do you think the older women are taking on some of these things that the young ladies are doing? Because, I mean, essentially the older woman is the one who will be able to put the cap on it and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, little sis, this is not how you want to do it. It's not how you want to roll. So why do you think that's changing? Let me know what you think, Sean. Let me know what you think. Sean also said, let's see, the feminist movement fought for equal rights, so hold your own weight. Nah, that's facts, but we know that's situational. That's situational, Sean. We know how that works. See, Donovan said, lunch hour ain't long enough to eat anything more than 2 conies. I don't know, Donovan. She said full course meals, man. I don't know. Shout out to Jennifer Williams in the building. She said, when I order Uber Eats for myself, it's roughly $28. Okay. So see, you fall within the $30. So see, you good right here. So I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping out here.
But
Let's
see,
see, Eva Wright said, hey, what's going on with you, Eva Wright? Appreciate you joining us tonight. Go ahead, Vince.
See, this is why I have very little tolerance for a lot of these ladies who say, ain't no men out here, because that 23-year-old is the perfect example of she's probably at her hottest, her most desirable, and she out here playing games.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, this Instagram generation has made it really bad for the younger guys. Because now you have more attractive women who are out there, and so you got the 23-year-olds trying to compete, and you got the older men. It's probably she probably in her early 20s. It's probably a 33, 34-year-old dude throw a couple hundred. Quick pro quo. You know what I'm saying? I take out to eat a couple times. I smash and grab and, hey, fair exchange ain't robbery. But then they stay in that cycle too long.
Right.
You know, then they hit their 33, 34. You know, they tired of playing, and now they go think they go pick a good man off the tree. But now you 34 in, you got a kid in, you got bills in, you got bad attitude in, you got bad heartbreak in. So this is why I really don't have no feelings for a lot of these ladies, because they play too long. They're not intentional. And this lady, she probably just want a meal. She probably just want to go out there, and she probably think I can play with these guys for a little while, a couple years, and get the things that I want from them. If I want a bag, if I want a trip, if I want this, I want that. It's somebody that'll do it because she's young and cute. But young and cute don't last always. So I believe it. I have a friend, and her daughter is very attractive. And she said that she went to her closet. It was all kind of purses and Balenciaga gym shoes. And she's like, she halfway working, and her mama ain't buying it. It's these little boys out here buying it. She said she said she had more purses than her mother, and her mother is a realtor and makes 6 figures, and she couldn't afford it. So I believe it's happening out here. I do.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. All right, let me get this last comment, then I'm gonna go to the next one. Let's see. Sean, he's responding to my question earlier. He said, Daddy either spoiled them, the dope man, and the men from the auto plants with them long pockets birthed that entitlement and spoiled mentality. Okay, all right. I can see that, Sean. I appreciate that response. Yeah, I was just curious, man. Why is it changing? Okay, well, I got another one to come right behind this one. Oh, did you want to say something, Chloe? You good? Go ahead.
Just real quick, family. You know, we love y'all. We like making this good content for you guys. So if you're watching right now, do us a favor, support the show by liking the content, y'all have to like the content so everybody else can see this good content that we make for you guys faithfully every Wednesday night. So if you are watching the show, just take a moment and like the content. I need to see these likes go up, y'all. This is very disrespectful. Thank you.
Now, do us a favor. Let's hit that like button for us. Hit that like button. I see we got a chunk of folks in here. Do us a favor and hit that like button for us real quick. All right. So, man, video number two.
But y'all, tell me why somebody invited me on a date, right? So I done did my makeup, put my outfit on. They said we going to a basketball game. Let me show y'all where the fuck they got me sitting at. I done left their ass. I'm sitting in a whole nother seat because I don't even give a fuck. Like, why would you even play with me like that? Y'all, do y'all see how high I am? Okay. And they keep texting my phone talking about where you at. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm finna find me another date. These motherfuckers finna play musical chairs, dog. I'm finna just make this the best out this shit, y'all. They playing some basketball musical chairs. Now I'm finna show y'all what they doing.
One seat remaining.
Okay. And they lucky I took some motherfucking shots before I came in this bitch. Because otherwise, you feel me? But it's okay, y'all. When I tell y'all I came with somebody, I'ma leave with somebody else. Now I'm finna go get me some food from somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna get some food from, y'all, but We gonna get us something. Something smell good.
Okay, the second one. So this young lady, she said some guy asked her out on a date to the game, and I said, look like she at LCA, so all my Detroit people know what's up. Well, yeah, got her out at the Pistons game, and she said, look at where he got her sitting at. I guess he got some seats up towards top of the stadium, and I guess she wasn't with it. So she ready to roll out and leave with somebody else, as she say, after she go get her something to eat. She done got her hair done and got her makeup done, got her outfit on, and she ain't with it. So yeah, I guess this guy spent money on the tickets, took it to the game, and she ain't trying to hear it. So not too, you know what I'm saying? It's not too much different from the girl in the first video. So let me let me come back to my panel because I see comments coming in like crazy. So panel, Chloe, Vince, is this the repeat? Is she trolling? Is she standing on business? What I don't
I
know.
think she trolling. The vibe I'm getting. This is the vibe I'm getting. The vibe I'm getting is just say you didn't have nobody to take you to the game, so you took yourself. Just say you didn't have anybody to take you to the game. Let me get this straight. So you met the guy there. He had bad seats. So you left him and you found some more bad seats. And you sat in those. She said, let me show y'all where he had me sitting. But I'm not in them seats. I'm sitting in a different seat. Your seat is still a bad seat. Just say you took yourself on a date and you just wanted the whole world to know you went to the game. So you made up this elaborate story. But let's just pretend like it's real. Okay, let's pretend like it's real. Obviously, this is entitlement. And this is once again why guys are just not taking women seriously. Like, I mean, can you blame them now for saying they want to take you on a coffee date or they want to take you out for ice cream or they want to take you on a picnic? They don't want to spend any money on you because let's just be honest, we are mad ungrateful. We have let social media, we've let internet, we've let these people, influencers and everyone else make us feel like $30 is not enough for lunch. And just being able to go to a game with somebody and enjoy their time is not good enough anymore. Like, what did you want to be sitting courtside? Who was your date, Jack Nicholson? Like, this is not how this goes. It's not how it goes. So,
Okay, it is. You want to say something, Vince? You good, man?
I think I've been in those arenas. I've been in those areas, and I think she's honest because you got these young girls who cute, who got a cute little shape, who don't have no kids. These older guys are tricking. And see, the problem is these older ladies need to talk to these young girls and tell them, look, if you want something serious, if you want a husband, you need to find them now while you at your best. And see, that's what happened. They get out there, they get ran through, and then they get into their mid-30s. Now they're looking for a husband. And these older women should have told them the truth. And they're not intentional. They're trying to use somebody. And that's why these guys don't even want to go on dates no more. These young guys are not going on dates.
Right.
You know, and I think this Instagram culture, and I'm not really a believer of things are different now, but this Instagram culture has really changed it for these girls thinking they're superstars just because they're cute and got a cute shape. Because men are visual. That's why we like porn. That's why porn will never go out of business. Because men are nasty and we're visual. So these young, I'm just going to keep it real with you, Chloe.
Bruh.
It's a one-armed prostitute on Woodward right now that's probably making 6 figures.
Wait, what?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So I'm telling you, these and they thinking, see, they got this sexy red. See, they got sometimes this is working for some of these girls. This nasty mouth, this disrespect, this I'm a boss. It's working for some of these girls. Sexy red is not very attractive. She's just nasty. Sukiyana, she's not an attractive woman. She just nasty. And they getting money by just being foul mouth and nasty. So I don't know. This young generation is something different. And if you haven't been raised right, if you haven't been raised with morals, character, standards, if you've been raised to go out here and get your money, I mean, I think it's honest. Now if she was 40 talking that, I'd be like, she capping.
Right.
Well, and a little overweight. No, you capping. You capping.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. Yeah, this is like I said, video number 2. It just reminds me of video number 1. But my question would be to the ladies is, do you realize what the outcome of all of this is gonna be? Yeah, keeping it a buck. Getting on social media, talking about a dude sending you $30 for lunch ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? A dude buying you, buying tickets to the game, trying to take you to the game, showing you a good time and you bailing, basically talking about it ain't good enough. Like, do we realize what the outcome of this stuff is gonna be long term? Yeah, what's gonna be the response when these dudes just pull back? Like Vince, just said, dudes is pulling back off the dating anyway. It's like, what's gonna be the response when these dudes just pull back and just cut it all together? Then what? We're gonna be back on here talking about ain't no good men out here. Men don't want to court. Men don't know how to show a woman a good time. I'm just like, do we realize how this stuff is gonna play out? And that's why I said, are these ladies just trolling? Are they trolling these fellas? Because this ain't really nothing to play with. Yeah, this mess is serious and it's gonna have some repercussions. Trust and believe when I say that. It's gonna have some repercussions. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I got 3 more in line. We're gonna hit another one.
We are often conditioned and told that the goal is to get married, that the goal is to have children, that the goal is to be a wife, is to get a man. You know what I'm saying? That is our goal, right? We're not told go to school, get your education, and go be prosperous in your career and focus on all your ambitions. We are told go to school, get your education, meet a man, get married, have kids, and live happily ever after. That's what we are told.
Another one.
Who raised her? Maybe she was raised by somebody else, because all of the women that I know and all of the young people who came, especially the ones who came after our generation, they were definitely told to go to school. Are you kidding? They would line you up and say, you got plenty of time for men. You got plenty of time for that. No, you just go to school, get your education, get a good job, be independent. You don't want to have to rely on a man. You don't want to have to need a man for anything. I know I got told that, and I know the girls coming after us are getting told that, because they are definitely boss chick generation. So who is these people that raised her that told her to actually prioritize a man? Who actually told her that? Who actually told her that? Because when you talk to a lot of the women that's in generation after us, they will tell you that they were told the same thing I was told, and that was to focus on your focus on getting your career, focus on your education. Don't waste your time out here trying to be serious. You're in your 20s, you're young, you have time for that. So I'm over here like, who raised her to go get a man, not to worry about your education? Who told her that? And clearly y'all wasn't listening, because aren't y'all the most enrolled, the most graduated, the most this and the most that? So y'all wasn't listening anyway if that's what they told y'all.
Yeah. So
once again, I really think these women are trolling, because this is the 3rd video you have showed us, and I'm just consistently the theme is cap. It's all giving cap.
Stop the cap.
Maybe they are trolling. I don't know. I'm gonna let Vince give his opinion.
Well, hold on, Vince. Let me just post this question. So I see we got a lot of ladies in the comments right now. So ladies, drop a comment. Let me know, what were you told as a young lady? Were you told to focus on your education, focus on your career and your independence? Or were you told to focus on finding a husband, having a child, and building a family? So all the ladies in the comments, drop a comment for me and let me know what you were told growing up. I'm just curious. All right, go ahead, Vince.
No, I think she might be trolling. I think she might be capping because she looked like she's not even 30s. And anyone under 30 is not being told no marriage. It's not being told find a husband and raise a family. They've been told to get your education, don't depend on no man, be independent.
Right. Right.
And, and, and mainly it's that's what I be tripping.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
A lot of times it's the fathers that's teaching them that, which is funny to me. But a lot of them are our fathers, but they're not husbands.
Right. But I think in those situations that you probably referencing, Vince, that almost, and like I said, I don't disagree with you. I know fathers were saying stuff like that. And I'm almost wondering, was it coming from a protective / selfish space? To try to keep some reins around their daughter, if you will. so that's my perspective on that. But no, you're right on that. I'm definitely not disagreeing with that. Let me get some of these comments. Let's see. Eva Wright said, I was told that 100, most young ones don't want to work or go to school. They expect everything to fall out of the sky. Okay. All right, I feel that right there. I feel that. See, Kenyatta said, I was told get education. Okay. So yeah, so this is I think that's what a lot of us have heard. So yeah, I'm just looking at the young lady in the video like, wait a minute. See, Donovan said depends on where she was raised. Okay, I'm sure that plays into it. Let's see. CC Power says she seems desperate and a little cray-cray. I'm just saying. Straight like that. But yeah, like I said, once again with the young lady in the video, I have to ask, you know what I'm saying, are they just trolling? Or is this really what it was? Because at the end of the day, just based on what we see, that would tell me that a lot of folks was told to focus on their education and their career. Yeah, so it doesn't really align with what the young lady is saying, especially based on her age. But yeah, like I said, I think the reason, why this type of stuff, it has to be discussed and some of it has to be debunked is because this stuff is contagious. This is what makes it down to the young folks. This is what affects the generations that come after us. So somebody got to speak against some of this stuff and get in front of this stuff before it is too late. But man, I'm gonna keep going, man. They lined up. So video number 4.
Man that doesn't have any female friendships.
Bingo.
I don't want to date a man who only gets input from other men and who has all women in 2 categories: your mother or your aunties or someone I want to sleep with. You have to have a broader spectrum on women and their value in your life if you're going to be with me.
Totally. Well, first off, only getting information and opinions from other men sounds terrifying.
Terrifying.
So I encourage that to not be what anybody does ever, but you're totally right, because the more we keep talking about can you have friends of the opposite sex, the more I start feeling like everybody is like primal animals in a zoo. You literally cannot physically be around someone of the opposite sex without just like your clothes coming off. Like I don't
Crazy.
do it. I don't, and I would never have any relationship that I'm ever in. Like, I'm not going to tell my partner, you can't be around women, because if I feel like I have to tell you that, what does that say about what I think you're like when I'm not with you? That I can't trust you to be around women, that like platonically. I would say that says more about my choices and who I'm with, because I'm never going to feel like I have to control you or I have to monitor the friendships that you are in.
Okay, so we got another one. So these young ladies right here said that it is a red flag that a man does not have female friends. So once again, let me pose this question to everybody down in the comments. Everybody down in the comments, do you think it is a red flag that a man does not have female friends? And I'm assuming she's talking in adult age. He don't have female friends. So y'all let me know. Drop a comment. So let me go to the panel. Is she trolling? What did we just see? Anybody can go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go first on this one. You just saw overplay for the underlay. That's so she can have her male friends.
Okay.
That's because some one got her because all her little male friends that she done kept on in the friend zone and feed her ego and all that. That's to keep her male friends. So if he got female friends and she got male friends, it ain't no big deal. But it's just the dumb things that some single women say. It's like neither one of them are in a relationship. So how are you going to say anything because you're not in one? So that was cap. Now I can say that
Stop
was
the
cap
cap.
and that was trolling. Because when you're married, like I have female associates, but not necessarily female friends. I don't have time for female friends. I have a wife and 2 small children. I have people I work out with that's female. But as far as like friends, I don't really have any female friends. You know, Marshawn is my friend. Sean Whitaker, that's my friend. I talk to him almost weekly. I don't have one woman I talk to almost weekly. For
Right.
what? There's no need to. What can a woman, my thing about friendship is about camaraderie and teaching. I have male friends because I like to bounce thoughts off of my male friends. I don't want to bounce my thoughts off a female.
Because the
So
only
yeah, that's cap. I think that's the overplay so she can keep her little friends.
I can see that. I can see that. Go ahead, Chloe.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say the only reason why you would want to have a female friend at some point is, or not even, I don't mean friend, or have female perspective. Let me say it that way. At some point, is if you are wanting to get, you're in a relationship or you're entertaining a relationship or you're entertaining a woman and you kind of want a female perspective, you want a female opinion or something like that. But if that's the case, you want to go to a woman who is mature and wise and maybe even is in a relationship so that when she gives you an opinion, it's sound advice, right? It's successful advice. It's not just any old advice. You definitely don't want, if you're single and you're trying to be in a committed relationship, I actually think you should go to someone who has what you want instead of going to someone who's in the same position you're in, because they might give you bad advice because they haven't figured it out either.
Right.
So having a female friend that's in the same boat that you're in and go just so you can go to her for advice instead of going to a man, how is she helping you? How is that doing any good, right? Like that's why a man might go to his mom or his aunt or a cousin or somebody that he respects and his family also that he trusts to share things with, that is a woman and probably most likely is in a relationship, which is why he's asking her, because he's asking for someone who's wise, right? Like I don't understand this him just having female friends. Like clearly they're single, because when you're a woman that's in a relationship, you don't want a bunch of women around your man. Aren't we always talking about how it's not enough men? Are we always talking about how there's more women to men? So now you want your man to be surrounded by other women. Make it make sense. It's not about you not trusting him. I trust him. I don't trust them. I mean, what you talking about? I'm a woman. I know how we are. And he can have all the resolve in the world and all the character in the world and all of the integrity in the world. But I guarantee you, those women, if it's 4, at least 1, probably 2, but possibly all 4 of them, at some point is waiting for that woman to slip up in any way so she can be like, yeah, you're right. I don't know why she treats you like that. The same way a man is going to do. Anytime I have ever tried to have just a platonic friendship with a man in my adult life, like friendship, not like you said, Vince, like acquaintances, that's one thing. You see them sometime, it's cool, y'all say hi, whatever. But I'm talking about like a friendship. Anytime I've tried to have just a friendship with a man, those men have always taken the opportunity at some point in that friendship to let me know that it could go down whenever I was ready. And that's what I'm saying. No, it's not about not having self-control. It's just that it is very complicated for you to be in a platonic relationship with someone that you're trying to get close to. Friends are close. Friends confide in each other, right? When you start to get close to a person like that, if there is any kind of attraction, even if it's just a little, it opens the door for that. This is why it doesn't work. Because friends are different. Friends mean close. Friends mean you guys have a relationship. So no, I don't think that men and women can be friends. I think they can be acquaintances and be cordial, maybe work out together. But friends, that's a different level of a relationship. And no, I don't think that's and they're clearly single, because you're not gonna want your man having a bunch of girlfriends. You're not.
And I
That's
want to
real
have
right
something
there.
right quick.
Go ahead,
I
Vince.
feel like with this is why these marriages, because I speak on marriage. These relationships don't really matter to talk about marriage. But this is why these marriages are not working. Because we call each other partners and it's all equal and we still can act like single people. I don't need female companionship except for my wife. I don't need your thoughts on, ooh, did you see Love and Hip Hop last night? I don't need your thoughts on, you voting for Trump or you voting for Biden. My wife is my best female friend. That's the problem. Why do I need to talk to another? If I want to talk about hip hop, I'm gonna talk to my wife. If I want to talk about the sky, I'm gonna talk to my wife. Now, if I want to talk about business, I might talk to Marshawn. If I want to talk about stocks, I might talk to somebody else. But that's man shit. Like I always say, I don't need female friends. But I do have female acquaintances. I do have people I work out with, but they are texting me and calling me and, hey Vince, how you doing? What you doing? Now I've been calling for my birthday or something. Hey, I ain't talked to you in a while. How's your wife? How's your kids? But just a friend, it leads to, and that's what's wrong with these relationships. People think, no, you only need, your wife should be your best female friend. Your husband should be your best male friend.
Right.
And if you're not, then that's the problem.
Right.
No, that's real right there. That's real. Let me get some of these comments real fast. Let's see. Eva Wright said, okay, he can have female friends, but that will be our friend. And ain't no new friends. Well, that ain't Eva Wright. This is not that I don't trust him. I don't trust her. Because why you want to be his friend now? Beat it
Let him
like
know.
Michael Jackson. Dang, not like Michael Jackson.
Let him know. Let him know, sis. You want to be his friend now? I bet.
Well, she said you're going to be our friend. Dang. Let's see. Donovan said, caution when looking for advice from those who wish they were in your shoes. Okay. Let's see. Sean Whitaker said, we just be waiting for the time and opportunity. Unfortunately, that is true. That's real right there. See, Sean said, you right, bro. He's talking to Vince on that one. See, CC said Vince gave him the hand clap. Eva Wright said exactly 100. Yeah, no, listen, I agree with y'all, when it comes to the friend piece. I'm just trying to understand, why would a lady or ladies be on a podcast stating that it is a red flag that a man does not have female friends? Yeah, that makes no sense to me at all. And that's why I said, are they just trolling or are they standing on business? Because see, this is the thing. I'm wondering, when they were making that video, I wonder at any point did they ever consider the man? Yeah, maybe the man himself chose that he doesn't want any female friends. And if he did choose that for his life, because he would have to deal with any decisions, consequences, repercussions, anything that came from it, if he decides that he don't want that, why does that then trigger him as a red flag? Yeah, but see, this is the stuff that I don't understand, because I'm starting to see a narrative. Yeah, I'm starting to see a narrative that it's almost comes off like anytime a guy makes a decision on what he wants to do or his preferences for his own life, then somehow he becomes a red flag. Yeah, I saw a video the other day where it was two young ladies, one man sitting on a podcast, and the young lady was telling him that he was a red flag because he was 31 years old and hadn't had any kids yet. And she called that a red flag. And the brother just responded and said, well, no, it's not a red flag. I was just being responsible. Yep, I had, I'm saying I wasn't married. I had never got married, so I didn't want to have any kids, until I meet my wife. Yeah, but those young ladies called that a red flag. The fact that he basically don't have any out of wedlock kids out here at 31 years old, that's a red flag. And they asked him what was wrong with him. So yeah, it's just like I said, it's getting wild out here. Yep, and once again, I just wonder, do we realize what the outcome from some of the stuff that we're putting out here on social media, some of these videos that we're making, do we realize how this stuff is going to play out? Yeah, but I don't think that we truly understand that once it does play out, it's probably not going to affect us the way that we think it, basically, or that we want it to. So yeah, I don't know. This is getting wild. See, even Rice said they'll call that a red flag, and at the same time don't want to date men with kids. Right. Yeah, it's like it just doesn't make sense. Yep, it doesn't make sense. Yep, and like I said, I don't see how any situation where a man or a woman, decides that, they want to get serious with somebody and have a monogamous relationship and say, okay, I don't want no external friends, or I don't want no external distractions, because I want to focus on you and build with you. I don't know how we consider that a red flag. That just don't make sense to me at all. Yeah, I don't get it. But guess it is what it is. Go ahead, Vince.
I think the one thing that a lot of these podcasts has unveiled is that we don't communicate with one another on what we want as men and as women. Because sometimes a woman can say something and men all down the thread be like, what is she saying? She don't have that right. And the women be agreeing with her and the men be disagreeing. And it be like, are we listening to the same thing? But the only thing we can agree on is sex. That's the only thing that we really can, we can talk about positions and how we like it and what it is. But we talk about what men want for a wife, women don't really know. And men don't really know. So I think these conversations have uncovered, and it's also given a small space for men to be truthful. Because a lot of times men cannot be truthful. Because It's going to affect their pocketbook. A lot, especially on these podcasts, because you want female viewership, because they're the ones who spend the money. If you look at the main rappers, the main actors, they're loved by women. LL Cool J, he's loved by women. Some of these actors, they're loved by women. Women spend the money. Women go to the concerts. Women go on the trips. Women buy the clothes. So men for so long have said, you know what, I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to do my thing and I'm just not going to say nothing. But I think that, of course, the Godfather done put it on front, whereas he was saying the truth and men were supporting him. And some women. And I think that has opened up the gate for men to really say what we want and have some standards too. We have standards too. We have things that we want too.
Right.
It's not just about what women want and what they're not going to settle for and all that. Men have some standards too. And I think that we have to communicate in honesty and transparency. And men have to stand on business and say, we're not going to accept this foolishness. We're not going to pander to you anymore. We're not just going to accept Lizzo. Because y'all not accepting Fat Rick Ross or Fat Luther.
Wait a minute,
They
they
like-
like him. They feeling Rick Ross these days, man.
That's because you got a pocket full of money. I ain't talking about the money. I'm talking about the aesthetics.
Oh man,
You
Bruh.
just got to keep it 100.
no, that's real. That's real. Let me get some of these comments. Then I got one last one. Let's see. Kenyatta said some people just talk from the side of their necks. No, that definitely is wrapped up in there. See, even Wright said Kenyatta Myrick so true. No, that's definitely facts. See, Sean Whitaker said, as a man, I do find it a little eyebrow raising that a man at 31. Oh, okay. So wait, okay. So that a man at 31 to not have kids unless he just can't have children. Women outnumber us tremendously. It could be that that man is selfish and doesn't want children, but yes, that is a little odd. The dating pool can't be that bad. I don't know, Vince, you making that face, man. What you think about this one, man? Go ahead.
I disagree with that. And I disagree with that because we come from this single survival mode culture as men. And I know Marshawn, so I understand what he's saying, but we have not been told to be intentional, to be focused on what you want. We've been focused on trying to make her happy. You know, we get with a little high school girlfriend and we think we're going to marry her instead of getting on our purpose and getting on our path, because a lot of times these men are having children and they can't even take care of themselves. But we as men have not been taught that because we haven't seen that. Our fathers didn't tell us that. We had our mamas raising us, tell us to be emotional and be loving and be cute and be all this. And then we get into these relationships unprepared to be fathers, looking for our mothers instead of looking for our wives. A lot of us, when we were young, we were looking for our mama. Because a lot of us go live with them, drive their car, let them lead the relationship.
Right.
And all we got to offer is sex. So yeah, if you having sex unprotected, you're going to have a baby. So I don't really agree with Marshawn on that one, but I understand where he's coming from. But I also understand how my boys are raised. I got a 28-year-old, he ain't think about no kids. He 2 years from 30, he ain't ready. But he ain't jumped into no relationship just because he needs somebody to help him pay his rent either.
Right.
And so I get what Marshawn is saying, but that's because we haven't been raised by men. We've been raised by women. And a lot of these boys who've been raised by women is having these kids before they're ready because they're looking for their mama.
That's real. That's real right there. Let me get this last comment, then I got one last one. Let's see. Even Wright said that's weird. Normalize being married before children. Yeah, no, I agree with that, Eva Wright. Definitely normalize being married before children. But I think even in this current day, that's going to be a challenge. Yeah, I see us. I see young ladies now saying that they don't even want to get married. Now they'll have the children, but they saying they don't even want to get married. So they'll have the children with the guy with no commitment and be okay with it. And it's just, that's why I said we got to try to get in front of some of this stuff. Because I said the mindsets today are definitely easily influenced. I'll just say that. All right, I got one last one. Then I'm done. I see y'all was wearing me out. So many videos coming in. Y'all was wearing me out. But I got one last one. Let me see what y'all say about her.
Let's know the number one outcome or the number one indicator for how children grow up to thrive, whether or not they actually do.
I thought it was the daddy in the house.
Absolutely not.
What's
Believe
that?
it or not, it is the quality of their mother's happiness.
Wow.
Damn.
The quality of their mother's happiness is the number one indicator as to whether or not a child will grow up to thrive. Because if you have a depressed mother, if you have an anxious mother, if you have a mother with post-traumatic stress disorder who is having to disconnect from her own body, she cannot show up to nurture you. She cannot show up to support you. She cannot fully step into that space. And what she will teach you about being in relationships with other people, whether you can trust them, whether you can trust yourself, whether you can actually be committed and connected to somebody and know that they will reciprocate that to you in a healthy way. She teaches you that not through her words, but through her actions. And so what I will say to you, sis, is that you have to decide for yourself how you want your children not to just grow up in your house, but to grow up in this world, because you are teaching them that right now through how you are living your life and showing them how life is supposed to be in this roof with this man.
Okay, so we got another one. So the young lady in the video, she states that the mother's happiness and mental state, if you will, is what dictates or essentially yields the best results when it comes to raising children versus the two-parent household, or the two parents being in the household supporting the children from both sides. So what do y'all think? Is she trolling? Is she telling the truth? What y'all hear? Because I said I heard something different. So let me see what y'all say. Chloe, Vince, what y'all think on that one?
I guess I don't see how anything that she said disproves what we've already said. I think that it's, to me, this just backs up what we've said about kids being thriving better in the environment of a single parent father home instead of a single parent mother home. Because once again, we're talking about the emotional and mental stability of the mother. We don't really see this being an issue when the child is in the father's home and he's a single dad, right? Now, not saying that dads are perfect, moms are imperfect. This is not even the way we're going, the direction we're going in. It's just, as let's be honest, as women, with us being more emotionally led, we tend to, let's just be honest, our emotions fluctuate, our feelings fluctuate. We're happy conditionally. A lot of things externally can interrupt our peace, interrupt our emotional state, affect our mental state because we're so emotional, which is why we do tend to do better having a covering and having a male covering, having that balance. Men kind of grounding us in a sense that we don't have when that covering is not there. But just like Eva said, this can be whether she's married or single. I mean, it's really about her own personal, emotional, and mental health. And I guess I get what she's saying. I agree with what she's saying, but it doesn't disprove anything. The issue still is with the woman. The issue has always been with the woman. I don't think we've really been saying anything different. I think that that's what we've been saying. She has to be healed and whole within herself. She has to be mentally and emotionally stable, because as the nurturer in the situation, the kids are going to draw their mental and their emotional cues from her. That's not necessarily, not saying dads can't give that, I'm not saying that, but that's kind of the role that a woman plays in her child's life. So if she's unstable, she's probably more than likely going to pattern that for her kids, and that's going to affect them. And this could be in a married situation or scenario, or in a single situation or scenario. So I don't feel like she said anything revolutionary. I think we've all kind of known that already, maybe not explained it quite the way she did, but I feel like we've kind of already known that. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I just don't think it was anything revolutionary. And I'll say this, and then I'll let go. But we have done a lot of campaigning for women to, self-love and, self-care. And that's a big push, and it's a big movement now. And I don't disagree with it. I definitely think that as women, we don't always prioritize ourselves. Sometimes we try to pour from an empty cup. But unfortunately, the way they've presented self-love the way they've presented self-care is very consumer driven, it's very product driven, it's very experience driven, instead of really having women really take the time to heal. That's self-love. Really take the time to do the work on themselves so that they can be happy internally and not just externally happy when something's happening to them. That hasn't been prioritized. So you still have women who are self-caring by going to get their nails done and their feet and manicures and pedicures and lashes and makeup and hair and all of that, but they're still pouring from an empty cup, but they still don't love themselves, but they're still not mentally and emotionally stable. So it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. So I mean, yeah, okay, you identified a problem that we already knew existed. Now what?
Okay, that's real right there. That's real. You want to say anything, Vince? Are you good, man?
Yeah, I think well, what I got from what she said is, I think when we're talking about raising children, and she was talking about the happiness and the mental health, I think she was talking about without the father being there, without being
Right.
me.
Right.
And my answer would be, that's the only way that you can really have that. The real happiness and the real mental health is with the husband. And I'm going to stand on that, because I'm a type of person, and I know I rub people the wrong way with this, but I like to do what works. And what I see works in every culture is marriage and raising kids with a husband and a wife in the home. Our culture is the only culture that doesn't believe that. We don't believe that that's the right way. We want to put all these caveats on it. Well, we got to be happy. Well, it's got to be the right one. Well, it's got to be this. And we just go into it with this negative connotation that is destructive. And because, like I've told you, I've done it both ways. And there is a glaring difference. There's a glaring difference of how my children are going to see my wife. They're not going to see my wife struggling and worried about bills and worried about, she don't have no covering and worried about, so she can be happy with them. Her mental health is fine because she has a husband. She don't have to worry about being a single woman out here trying to make it, or having a baby daddy that's somewhere else. And he got a whole nother family somewhere else. And she got a whole nother family somewhere else. But because we don't set up the situations right, they're terrible from the beginning. And I think that that's what we as older people need to express to our teenagers and our young adults, is to try to set up the situation the best way you can. And that's being complete as an individual first. And then if you want a family, finding your husband and your wife and having a family together. And I think it's dysfunctional any other way. I don't think it can work any other way. Yeah, it might be some one-offers. It might be some LeBron James in there. But how many men sitting in prison right now though?
Right.
So I think that we have to get back to what works for the general population. Everyone, it ain't right for everybody, but it worked for most people. Right. Just like eating right works for most people. Going to the gym works for most people. Not smoking works for most people. Marriage will work for most people with children. And that's just what I believe. And that's what I'm going to stay 10 toes down on. And that's why I'm here on this podcast. To try to really push this, that we need each other for our children. Because we don't want to really talk about how these grown kids is fucked up. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about how our kids don't want to be married, how they just having babies out of wedlock, having babies with strangers, having babies with psychos and dudes that got 4-5 other kids and chicks that, we don't want to talk about that. All we want to talk about is they going to college and flunking out. They going to college and getting a basket weaving degree. But they're going to college. That's all we want to talk about.
That's real, man. That's real. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Sean Whitaker said, I agree with her because no matter what, kids love their moms no matter what. I'm a single dad taking care of 2 girls because their mom passed away, but their love for their mom is unmatchable. No matter what I do or have done, I don't come close. Even when she was alive, I don't come nowhere near close to that. Okay, now I appreciate that comment right there, Sean. He said most kids fall out with their dads based on the father's relationship with the mom, unless that mom is extremely absent or toxic. And I mean extremely. Okay, now there's some validity there. Some validity is there as well. See, Donovan said a lot of these, trolling heifers. Hold on, Donovan. A lot of these trolling heifers and simp men out here missed out on their mama's needed love, support, and nurturing. Nah, that's true right there. That's true right there. See, Eva Wright said exactly so they can put their best foot forward mentally and physically. Okay, I think she was responding to Chloe with the self-love, statements that you were making earlier. Let's see. And Eva also said, I think that's considered divorce. A lot of married people go through it. I've seen it. I think that's what that is, DV. The marriage has to be healthy. No, so you definitely want.
Or is it domestic?
Oh, my bad. It might be. Yeah, it could
might be there.
Okay, my bad. I just want to make sure I was understanding that. But yeah, I got you though, Eva. I got you, Eva. Right. But let me say this. Yeah, and I got you, Eva. I got it. Let me say this about that last one. Yeah, that last video made the cut. Because I heard something different too. I think Vince kind of heard what I heard. I heard something different too, and that's why I made the trolling cut. Yep, and what I heard was the best outcome for children is a mentally healthy mom. That's what I heard. Yep, and I got to stand on business. The best outcome, in my opinion, for any child is a married family with a husband and a wife.
Successfully married.
Successfully married married couple, a husband and a wife that have had some children after they got married. That is the most successful outcome that we're going to see. And I'm going to stand on that. Yeah, we're not going to keep, listen, this is why I had to access this trolling. We're not going to keep acting like these healthy fathers being in these households is not making a difference. Yeah, we're not even about to push that narrative like that. We ain't about to push that. Yep, at the end of the day, the one thing that I keep not hearing, or the one thing that I am not hearing in these podcast videos and all of this stuff, is nobody is ever talking about balance. Yep, at the end of the day, children need to see successful examples from a man and a woman. Yep, children need to see a healthy, functioning relationship between a man and a woman when they're young, because those examples help set the tone for their mindsets and how they may grow up and turn out. Yeah, but we keep trying to act like that's not the thing. That's not the move. And I disagree. Now, I'm not saying that somebody can't come through a situation where they didn't come through a 2-parent household and all that and be successful out here. I'm not saying that. We already know that that's not true. Yeah, but I can't sit by the side on the sidelines and act like a successfully married couple that is healthy might, to add that piece, because that's important, is not going to produce a great situation for a child to grow up in. I'm just not about to do that. Yeah, but that's why I said I think somebody was trolling in that video. Yeah, we're not about to do that. Yeah, the mama can be as happy and as mentally stable as she want to be. But if that male presence is lacking, and we've already seen this before, if that male presence is lacking, yep, if that discipline and that structure is lacking, if that teaching of those certain responsibilities is lacking, then we already know that there's going to be a lack of balance with the kid. So we got to stop capping. Yeah, we got to stop capping. So yeah, I'm putting that last one on the troll list. That's where I'm at. I'm putting that last one on the troll list. Let me get these comments and we're going to get on up out of here, man. Let's see. Sean Whitaker said, I definitely agree with that point. Vince C. Williams and Quay Price. Appreciate that, brother. See, Sean also said healthy married couples are the best institutions. No doubt. I said, not stand on it. I'm not coming up off of that. Donovan said, no one speaks on balance when they have no idea what it is or how it benefits all parties included. Yeah, and that's a valid point, Donovan. Now that you're saying that, I have to agree. I'm not sure if people understand what balance is or what it even looks like. Yep, I think that we've adapted this mindset that I can do it all by myself. You know, I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. I'm independent. We've adapted this mindset, and we try to normalize some of this dysfunction that we live in. And that's really what it comes down to. Yep, and it ain't normal. And it's dysfunction. Now, I'm not saying somebody can't survive. Yeah, somebody can survive in some dysfunction. Yep, but is it the best environment? Is it a healthy environment? And I think that's where the questions are going to come up. But man, we're going to get ready to get on up out of here, man. I wasn't holding us on here all night, but yeah, I just wanted to get into this conversation because I'm like, we got some trolling going on, or we got some folks standing on some business, but man, we are all over the place, man. We are all over the place. Let me come to my panel for some closing statements. Chloe, Vince, let me go to Chloe first. You want to say anything before we get out here tonight?
Honestly, it's about the topic of our modern women doing this just to troll men. I think there is definitely a lot of trolling going on. I see women get on these platforms and they'll say anything. Like these women are these days, they are saying anything. They don't even care. I think last week, and men do it too. Men do it too, because within the last week, I've seen stuff like, BBL smell trending. Like now we talking about the fact that ladies with BBLs have a smell, and it's people are getting on the internet and saying anything. So there is a lot of trolling going on. It's a lot of that. You can't tell what's real. It's a lot of people acting. It's a lot of skits. It's a lot of people doing stuff to go viral. It's definitely a lot of trolling going on. But for me, what I do like about it is it gives us the opportunity to have a conversation like we have tonight, and like the conversations we have every week, where we get to use these things as a case study. And we need to talk about it, because a lot of this stuff is still human nature. The reason why these people are able to come up with this stuff or get on the platform and talk about this stuff is because there's some truth to it. I don't get me wrong. I think it's crazy that people get on the internet and say some of the stuff that they say and reveal some of the stuff that they say, but keep on coming with the content, because that means we're always going to have something to talk about. Other than that, that's it. I'll land.
All right, appreciate that. Go ahead, Vince.
Yeah, but to answer the question, I do think it's a lot of trolling, but I do think it gives us the opportunity to have these conversations. I think we just need to eat the meat and spit out the bone a lot of times. Try to find some value in these conversations and move on down the line. That's it.
Real. That's real. Simple as that. Well, man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. We appreciate you guys holding us down. Shout out to Sean Whitaker in the building. Let's see, Donovan. We got Evil Wright. We got Kenyatta in the building. Let's see, Crystal Reed checked in with us. Let's see who else we got. CC Powers in the building. Appreciate you. Try to make sure I don't miss anybody. Scrolling all the way back. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Blue Exodus, representing from YouTube. Jennifer Williams in the building. All right, I think that was everybody. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Man, Like I said, we're going to leave it simple tonight. This is Kandid Konvos. We do the show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube and Facebook, so definitely like, share, and subscribe. Do me a favor. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button for us. Likes are free. And if you feel so inclined, hit that share button as well. So we want to get this content to as many of our people as possible so that we can move us forward in a better direction. But man, shout out to y'all for joining us tonight. And with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. We'll catch you guys next Wednesday.